Hello, it's Dana here, and today I'd like to talk to you about this book, The Secret. And some of you may know it, some of you may not. Some of you may believe in this stuff, some of you may not. And why am I doing this? I got this book because I've heard a lot about it, and I'm fascinated by the subject of the law of attraction because I've heard a lot about it over the last year. Yeah, it's almost a year since I've heard about the law of attraction, and in my past a lot of things have happened, good and bad, and I didn't really know why sometimes things have been going miraculously well, and then at certain phases in my life, certain things have been going miraculously badly. So, all the things I've heard so far really resonated with me. Now, I'm a huge action taker, and I've always liked working hard to reach my goals. Now the thing is, in the past I've been working extremely hard, but I've been getting nowhere. Well, not always nowhere, but sometimes I've been getting nowhere, and that was because of my lack of belief, because of my emotional state. I've realized how important it is to feel well first. And I can honestly tell you, whenever I felt really well, whenever I felt hopeful, whenever I felt happy and at ease and joy, things were going really well in my life. And then at other times, things have been going really badly. And I know that was because I had some limiting beliefs going on. I used to have a lot of fears. I used to have that kind of sneaky anxiety, if that makes sense. What I mean by sneaky anxiety is you couldn't really see that I was anxious because I was very good at hiding it, but I've had this underlying fear creeping in, feeling inadequate, feeling awkward, feeling shy, feeling just not worthy, and I've been working very hard on turning it around. And I know I've been picking up these limiting beliefs along the way, and yeah, I can say things have massively changed for me now. I don't feel anxious anymore. In fact, I feel excited and confident, and just I know I'm in control. And I know it's all about the combination between taking massive action towards your goals, but also visualizing things going right, basically eliminating fear, because the only thing that's really in our way is our fears, our limiting beliefs, negative emotions. You can be the biggest action taker in the world, but if you have a lot of fear and anxiety and you don't really believe in yourself, then you will definitely not get as far as if you know how amazing you really are, So I want to read you a section out of that book, and I've chosen the chapter The Secret to Health, because I think health is important for all of us. So The Secret to Health. Oh, basically, before I start reading, is also I like proof, and the reason why I'm testing this stuff out to see how it works is because I'm curious to see if it really works. I'm basically testing it out, and yeah, let's see how it goes. I will share my experiences, and yeah. But first of all, I will read you this chapter, or a bit of it anyway. So The Secret to Health. Someone called Dr. John Hagelin, quantum physicist and public policy expert. He says our body is really the product of our thoughts. we're beginning to understand in medical science the degree to which the nature of thoughts and emotions actually determines the physical substance and structure and function of our bodies. Yeah, it kind of makes sense because our body and our mind and our emotions are connected. Basically, if you feel a certain way, you can feel the emotion in your body. And also when you have negative emotions for a longer period of time, it can actually make you physically sick. Sorry, I can't speak properly today. Okay, Dr. John DeMartini. We've known in the healing arts of a placebo effect. I find the placebo effect is really fascinating. A placebo is something that supposedly has no impact and no effect on the body, like a sugar pill. You tell the patient that this is just as effective, and what happens is the placebo sometimes has the same effect, if not greater effect, than the medication that is supposed to be designed for that effect. They have found out that the human mind is the biggest factor in the healing arts, sometimes more so than the medication. So yeah, it's really fascinating, the placebo effect, how much of an impact it can have on the healing. Like when you truly believe that you can heal because you think it's proper medication, you will heal. And it's the power of your mind, it's the power of your belief that helps you heal. So, as you are becoming aware of the magnitude of the secret, you will begin to see more clearly the underlying truth of certain occurrences in humankind, including in the area of health. The placebo effect is a powerful phenomenon. When patients think and truly believe the tablet is a cure, they will receive what they believe, and they will be cured. And then Dr. John Martini says, if somebody is in a situation where they're sick and they have an alternative to try to explore what it is in their mind creating it versus using medicine, if it's an acute situation that could really bring death to them, then obviously the medicine is a wise thing to do while they explore what the mind is about. So you don't want to negate medicine. Every form of healing has a place. Healing through the mind can work harmoniously with medicine. If pain is involved, then medicine can help to eliminate the pain, which then allows the person to be able to focus with great force on health. Thinking perfect health is something anybody can do privately with themselves, no matter what is happening around them. And then someone called Lisa Nichols says, the universe is a masterpiece of abundance. When you open yourself to feel the abundance of the universe, you'll experience the wonder, joy, bliss, and all the great things that the universe has for you. Good health, good wealth, good nature. But when you shut yourself off with negative thoughts, you'll feel the discomfort, you'll feel the aches, and you'll feel the pain, and you'll feel as if every day is painful to get through. So ultimately it's all in your mind. So according to this, there is an abundance of health and wealth out there for us, but the only thing that's stopping it from flowing in is our worries. And let's face it, life has a lot of challenges, and people naturally worry about a lot of things, like how to pay the bills, how to pay the rent, this and this and this, and certain problems in personal life, and certain challenges in professional life, feelings of limiting beliefs of all sorts. And you know, those limiting beliefs that I mentioned earlier, that can make you ill, that can affect your health. It's the negative thoughts. So you can have two people, one person who's extremely worried about stuff, and then another person who doesn't worry about a thing. Of course, not worrying about a thing is maybe not so good. You have to find the healthy middle. But definitely the person who worries too much is more likely to make themselves ill. So Dr. Ben Johnson, physician, author, and leader in energy healing, says we've got 1,000 different diagnoses and diseases out there. They're just the weak link. They're all the result of one thing: stress. If you put enough stress on the chain and you put enough stress on the system, then one of the links breaks. Yeah, that's basically what I was saying. All stress begins with one negative thought. One thought that went unchecked, and then more thoughts came and more until stress manifested. The effect is stress, but the cause was negative thinking. And it all began with one little negative thought. No matter what you might have manifested, you can change it with one small positive thought and then another. So yeah, just get in the habit of thinking more positive thoughts, which is not so easy, but you can definitely retrain your brain with affirmations, for instance. So Dr. John DeMartini says further, our physiology creates disease to give us feedback, to let us know we have an imbalanced perspective, or we're not being loving and grateful. So the body's signs and symptoms are not something terrible. Yeah, it's true. The body's signs and symptoms are not necessarily as terrible as we make them out to be. Basically, it's just a warning sign. If you get a cold or if you get a headache, I get that sometimes when I don't get headaches that much. I'm actually the type of person who gets headaches very, very rarely. But if I do get a headache, I know it's because I'm system overload. It's when I don't take any breaks, when I keep putting myself under pressure and just working like a machine, looking into many screens, and just being system overload that causes a headache, for instance. And that's a sign for me to slow down, because I know that if I pressurize myself too much, it's because I'm fearful. I used to be extremely fearful of not working hard enough. There were times when I was working endlessly. There was a phase where I just wouldn't take any breaks because I didn't dare taking any breaks. I was so obsessed with wanting to be successful, I just forgot everything else. But it was totally messing up my mind at the time. I couldn't think clearly anymore. I couldn't take the right decisions anymore. And nowadays I'm realizing that health is so important. And when you're confident, when you have that humble confidence, which means do not brag or be rude to people, but have that humble confidence, and then you respect yourself enough to take breaks and to basically have the right balance between work and leisure and not taking everything so darn seriously. So affirmations are great and meditations. I still like working hard, but I definitely like doing affirmations and meditations because that has helped me a lot to kind of get back to my healthy, positive self. Of course, there's still challenges up ahead, but it's all about turning things around. So I will continue talking about this a bit if you're interested. Follow my journey and let's see what is really behind the law of attraction. Does it really work? I know it works. I know it does. But I kind of want to have reassurance and proof through my own life experiences. as I said, I've already manifested small things, and in the past, I know things happened for their reason. Like, as I said before, negative things happened because I was just having too many insecurities, and then my outside world was reflecting my insecurities back to me, which also makes you realize you can't really blame anyone. You have to just learn to forgive yourself. Learn to forgive yourself, and then work on building up your confidence, and then you will see your outside, the way people treat you, everything will start changing. I'm already noticing it now. So yeah, I think on that note, I will leave it for today, and I hope to see you guys soon. Have a good day. Bye.